What's up, Husker Nation? It's Denny here with TheBlackshirts.com. The Saturday after we get beat by Iowa 10-13. No, this is not 2023. This is 2024. It happened again. Now, how did it happen? Statistically, we dominated almost in every facet of the game. I'm not going to go over statistics here. There's going to be plenty of people to do that who are going to say, we won here, we won there, we had this time of possession, blah, blah, blah. This instead is going to be short to the point, to us, to the outcome, what's next kind of deal. So if you like that kind of stuff, subscribe to the YouTube channel here and follow along. I don't deep dive into statistics and things like that. I do that in my day job. I don't want to do it here. I want to just talk football outcomes, what I think is going to happen, what the evidence kind of shows is going to happen. But yeah, so click like, subscribe, follow along, join the channel. So basically, Nebraska dominated this entire game, except when it mattered. That's what this boils down to. And I'm super frustrated, and not at Nebraska, at some of the media, some of the YouTubers and stuff like that, that sit there and complain and complain and complain. I'm going to say something. When are you ever happy? Yeah, seriously? If Nebraska gets blown out by Indiana, you're bitter. Oh, we shouldn't be blown out. You lose here by 3 points on a last-second field goal of 53-yarders. It shouldn't happen again like this. It's always going to be one of those scenarios for Nebraska. We're either going to get blown out or it's going to be a close nail-biter if we lose in a losing scenario. It's going to happen. I'm not saying we get used to it, but I'm saying understand it a little bit. Understand yourself. Fans, I want you to find comfort in this. It is going the right direction. It's not going to feel like it, because it never feels like it when you're kind of out there, floundering around and stuff is changing. It's not going to feel like you're going anywhere, but every step of the journey and is a step. It's a step. It's a step. I know this. Matt Rule is not happy about it. I don't think anybody there is happy about it. Matter of fact, if anybody is in the university, in the team, and they're happy about this, fire them. That's who should be fired. Nobody's happy about it. Everybody wants to improve. We lost because Iowa was opportunistic, right? They were incredible on special teams to win the game, to set themselves up to win the game. Yeah, there was a fumble, but I mean, come on. That's the game. And I'm not happy about it. Don't take this as I'm accepting that we lost, because I'm not. Because if we lose and we become a team that's mediocre, or stays mediocre, I should say, then nobody's going to want to watch this content. Nobody's going to want to see things. Nobody's going to want to talk about it. People will just go back to work. People will not care. And I want you to be passionate, but I don't want you to be unrealistic about what the situation was, what happened. Don't be waffling. If you're constantly up and down like this, you really have no vector, so to speak. You have to understand what the situation is. I mean, there was people on the field that shouldn't have been, probably at the right times. Uh, I don't know what the deal was with Nair. That dude couldn't catch a pass for nothing. He should have been sat down. Banks had a terrible miss, but it's football. I mean, they're playing in some serious cold. You can't make every play. You could try. You're supposed to try to make every play, but you can't make every play. So Saturday after the game, right? Here we are. People are upset and all over the board, and people are going to YouTube and you knew this is going to happen day after day, week after week, year after year. Yeah, but this is a new coaching staff who's building something. It's not instant. And don't give me the Signetti thing. It's instant. He's not building anything. He's pulling cash out of the ATM, and the balance, he has no intention of making any deposits. You hear me? He's not staying there. He's there as a stepping stone to get to his next gig. He never took that job thinking, man, I'm going to return Indiana to dominance. He took that job so he could get seen and say, look what I did, and he could go on to the next step. He's not making deposits into the university. He's making withdrawals based on his efforts and who he brought in to do it. So don't give me that. I'm not buying it. You can never convince me that in 3 years, Signetti is going to be at Indiana still. It's not going to happen. If the opportunity comes, he might leave this year. Just saying. So don't give me that. It can happen. It can happen. Dion, those guys are building clickbait schools. Yeah, they're getting some good people, but are they building anything? Not really. I mean, I don't think Dion's going to stick around much longer either. I don't know what his time frame is, but anyway, this is about Nebraska. Matt Rule cares about this university, about this city, and about this state. Make no mistake about it. It's going to come sooner than later, but we just have to be patient. That doesn't mean we have to like it. We have to be patient. And we don't have to go Opie Taylor here and go, golly gee, Barney Fife and play dumb. We don't have to do that. But we can't be so emotional that we can't control our emotions. You hear me? You hear what I'm saying? We can't be so emotional that we can't control our emotions. I am absolutely bummed that Nebraska lost. I put out a prediction of 35-17 Nebraska. Statistically, we were there, but not by the scoreboard. And unfortunately, they don't grade these games wins and losses based off the statistics. They do it off the score. So we got to figure out how to score. And I think we will. I think we have the bowl game coming up. Feel like it's going to be the Music City Bowl in Nashville, especially with this loss to Iowa. So all that to be said, control your emotions. Focus your energy on the things you can. It's Christmas season. If you have family, focus on that. Find some joy there. If you don't, get some pets, focus on them. Show some love. Be good people. Don't be an Iowa fan who you get the joke there. At least I hope you do. Nebraska lost. Big deal. It is a big deal. I'm not saying that. But it was turnovers and errors, big plays, missed opportunities, and special teams. That was it. Statistically, Nebraska won. Where Iowa won was some turnovers and some errors, big plays, that crazy run by Caleb Johnson that I actually saw a Husker defender take out another Husker defender on. Whatever. Some missed opportunities. We failed to score in the second half. Special teams. It's all important. The little stuff is important, and so is the big stuff. But it has to all come together, and it has to be real. It has to be rooted. It has to be genuine, or it won't last. My last little nugget to point to this, right, is if you want a green lawn, all right, or a big tree in your yard, right? If you live in Nebraska and Iowa, you know what I'm talking about. Storm comes through, knocks your trees over. You've seen those where those trees are a couple years old now, maybe 10 years old. They fall over and they uproot the entire grass with them, and you see that. What happens there? Why does that happen? It's because there's no roots. So how did that happen? So if you plant a tree, you really should only water it just to get some of the roots to start to grow down. Roots grow down towards the water. If you're constantly watering that tree with fake water on the top, the roots never grow down, they grow out. They've got to grow down. Rule is trying to grow roots down that's deep. So when the wind comes and the storm comes, it doesn't topple over. All right, this is a life 101. You do have to water it to start because you've got to get it growing and you got to stop the shock, right? But then you have to let it go and seek its own water. Players need to do the things that they need to do, not having the hoorahs always about them. You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do, be where you're supposed to be, practice when you're supposed to practice, be in the books when you're supposed to be in the books and study, because this is about an education too. Players have to do their part, period. You have to go do your part and go be self-feeders. You have to go research water, go down, follow what the people tell you, get your roots planted so when the storm comes, you don't waffle and fall over. Uh, so that's what happens. You see those trees that are falling over in storms is they were overwatered and they were watered on the surface. They have no root structure that goes down. See a tree that breaks at the top, that's because it had a good root structure, right? That can heal. That could grow back. That one that got toppled over doesn't. Rules building something special. Be patient. Go Big Red. We're going bowling. Go to the bowl game. Have a bowl party. Go support your local pub. Enjoy this. Enjoy this. Enjoy it with the people you love. It is Thanksgiving. It's Christmas. We're going to be playing. Go have some fun. Um, we're still Nebraska. We're still uh, a phenomenal fan base. So let's go be phenomenal. All right. Thanks, everybody. Peace out.